Good morning, Coleman. Thank you for joining us on Coleman Today. I'm your host, Christine Wiggins, and today is Tuesday, October 28th. Coming up on Coleman Today, SNAP November benefits paused, State House District 12 special general election today, and Tim Creel announces run for Cullman County Sheriff. All of this plus sports, weather, and more. Now let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. Alabama's Department of Human Resources says the USDA's Food and Nutrition Service will suspend all November SNAP allotments starting November 1st until federal funding resumes. If you already have benefits loaded before November 1st, you can use them as normal at any SNAP authorized retailer. No new November funds will load during the pause, but program rules and reporting requirements do not change. Applications and recertifications will continue to be accepted and processed. Current recipients should recertify and submit all required documents on time so DHR can release November benefits as soon as the suspension is lifted. State officials note SNAP is fully federally funded and say Alabama expects reimbursement for November administrative costs. More than 750,000 Alabamians rely on roughly $140 million in monthly SNAP support. For Cullman County families needing help during the pause, check with Feeding Alabama partners like these local pantries or use the Food Bank of North Alabama's locator at foodbanknorthal.gov/findfood. Until funding resumes, use October benefits, recertify promptly, and reach out for help if you need it. Republican Cindy Myrex and Democrat Matthew Glover face off today in the State House District 12 special general election. Myrex bested Republican Clint Hollingsworth in the State House District 12 special primary runoff election on Tuesday, August 12th. Hollingsworth collected 41.47% of the vote, while Myrex got 58.53%. The seat has been empty since former Representative Corey Harbison of Good Hope resigned in April. Voters in District 12 will see polls open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Law enforcement veteran Tim Creel is running for Cullman County Sheriff, bringing more than 30 years in policing and nearly 2 decades of military service. A Fairview High graduate and Alabama Police Academy alum, Creel began as a reserve deputy with the Cullman County Sheriff's Office and went on to serve with Hanceville Police, Hartselle Police, and as an investigator and supervisor with CCSO. His resume also includes roles with the Marshall County Sheriff's Office, Guntersville Police, and Jackson County Sheriff's Office, where he held major crimes, narcotics, SWAT operations, and patrol. Creel serves in the Alabama Army National Guard with a combat tour in Iraq and leadership deployments, earning the Bronze Star and Combat Infantry Badge, among other citations. He and his wife Amanda recently moved back to Cullman County after 10 years in Guntersville. Creel frames his campaign around steady leadership, accountability, and service to the community. The Republican primary is set for May 2026. He plans community-focused outreach across the county leading into the election and says his goal is to bring tested experience and ethical, transparent leadership to the sheriff's office. And that's all for our top stories this morning. Coming up, Alabama outlasts South Carolina on the road. Sports is next. Welcome back. Let's kick off with the Tide. Fourth-ranked Alabama stormed back at South Carolina, erasing a fourth-quarter deficit with a furious finish to win 29-22 in Columbia. After a quiet stretch, the offense found another gear in the closing minutes, and the defense slammed the door. Ty Simpson delivered 2 touchdown throws and kept drives alive under pressure. Jeremy Bernard sparked the surge, hauling in a late score and then punching in the go-ahead touchdown on the ground in the final seconds. Ryan Williams stayed busy as a chain mover, and Daniel Hill provided a timely, explosive catch to flip the field position when it mattered. On defense, Deshaun Jones jump-started things with a pick six, his first interception as a Tide defender. Deontay Lawson forced a crucial fumble down the stretch, and the pass rush, led by Justin Jefferson and Keon Keeley, kept the Gamecocks uncomfortable as Alabama closed it out. Since dropping the opener, the Tide have stacked 7 straight victories. Alabama is off next weekend, then returns to Bryant-Denny to face LSU on Saturday, November 8th. Kickoff time will be announced later. Coming up next, Cullman MS Walk brings the community together, and the Ho 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 Christmas Show returns, benefiting Cullman Caring for Kids. Welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Participants turned out for a morning of music, fellowship, and a purpose, raising awareness and support for those living with multiple sclerosis right here at home. Cullman Today reporter Annabelle Howes has the story.
Cullman's annual MS Walk returned to Heritage Park on Saturday, October 25th, raising awareness and support with those living with MS.
Organized by Dr. Christopher Legank and his team, the local walk has become a tradition here in Cullman. This marks the 3rd year the event has been hosted independently after the National MS Society moved its walks to larger cities following the pandemic.
Participants enjoyed live music, raffle prizes, and T-shirt sales, with all proceeds supporting MS research and patient care. Local businesses, including High Caliber Mechanical and Glass Excavation, helped sponsor the day's events. Dr. Legank also shared a personal message with participants reflecting on the impact of MS and the importance of continued research and community support.
Today is mostly for fellowship, but also to raise funds to improve lives for those affected by this disease. Let's shine as light in all we do, from grieving to celebrating to the routine chores of life. Right now, let's shine as light as we walk to make MS extinct.
Organizers say events like this not only raise money, but also remind patients that they're not alone. The Cullman MS Walk continues to grow each year, one step at a time toward finding a cure. This has been Annabelle Howes with Cullman Today.
Unsheltered International is collecting non-perishable food to support people living outdoors and families in need as temperatures drop and the holidays near. Donations are accepted now through December 1st at the Ministry Center at 479 County Road 827 in Cullman. Requested items include canned soups, vegetables, beans, and meats, pasta, rice, and instant meals, granola bars, peanut butter, shelf-stable milk, plus bottled water and juice boxes. All items should be new, unopened, and within date. The drive supports Unshelter's outreach as colder nights and holiday demand increase. To learn more or coordinate a larger drop, email info@unsheltered.org or call 256-615-6024. Even a small grocery bag can make a big difference. Drop off this week and help a neighbor. Postseason is here for youth football across Cullman County, and Saturday delivered a busy slate. Holly Pond hosted the county semifinal rounds, while Cullman Football Academy had 3 teams in action. The results: Fireplug, Hanceville, and Fairview into the titled game. Wee Wee, Good Hope, and Vinemont advance. Pee Wee, Holly Pond, and West Point into the championship. For CCA, the 9U Bearcats captured the NAAYF championship, and the 10U and 12U squads posted semifinal wins to reach their title games. Championships Saturday at Holly Pond on November 1st, Fireplug at 9 a.m., Hanceville versus Fairview, Wee Wee at 10:30 a.m., Good Hope versus Vinemont, Pee Wee at noon, West Point versus Holly Pond. CCA title games are at Discovery Middle in Madison, also on Saturday, 10U versus Triumph, 12U versus Huntsville. Congrats to all the teams. The 39th annual Ho 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 Christmas Show rolls into Cullman on Saturday, November 8th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Cullman Caring for Kids, 402 Arnold Street Northeast. Expect an array of classic cars, trucks, motorcycles, and plenty of holiday spirit. The show honors founders Larry Harris and Burl Smith and directs all proceeds to Cullman Caring for Kids, the child abuse prevention nonprofit known for its busy downtown food pantry. Organizers say the event typically raises between $5,000 and $10,000. Last year topped about $10,000. Entry is simple. Pay $20 or donate a new toy valued at $20. Awards will be presented and a silent auction will add to the fundraising. Event costs are covered by sponsors and in-kind support, so dollars raised go to the cause. Donations from the public and local businesses are welcome. Bring a toy, enjoy the chrome, and help feed local families. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message. Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who have lost their lives this week. Kermit B. Johnson, 80, of Vinemont, passed away Saturday, October 25th. Funeral service will be at 2 p.m. on Thursday, October 30th at Cullman Funeral Home Chapel with interment in Ebenezer Cemetery. Visitation will be Thursday from noon to 2 at the funeral home. Christopher Harold Callan, 57, of Cullman, passed away Saturday, October 25th. A memorial service will be held at a later date. Memorial service for Pac's son Epperly, 88, of Cullman, are incomplete at this time and will be announced at a later date. Avnell H. Nail, 95, of Cullman, passed away Friday, October 24th. Visitation will be held today from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at Moss Service Funeral Home, with service from 12:30 to 1 at Moss Service Funeral Home Chapel. She will be laid to rest at Etha Cemetery. Delmer Louise Peebles, 82, of Cullman, passed away Wednesday, October 22nd. A celebration of life visitation will be held Wednesday, October 29th at 10 a.m. at Moss Service Funeral Home. A celebration of life will be held Wednesday, October 29th at 11 a.m. Burial will follow at Bethlehem East Baptist. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now let's take a look at your weather forecast. Today is cloudy and cool, high near 63 with a light east breeze, definitely a jacket day. Tonight, rain moves in after midnight, breezy at times with gusts near 25 miles per hour, low around 47. A quick quarter to half an inch possible by daybreak. Wednesday, periods of showers and a raw feel, high near 55. Winds swing from south to west through the afternoon, still gusty. Wednesday night, showers fade to spotty drizzle, then mostly cloudy and colder, low around 41. You might want to keep the umbrella handy and the layers close. And that wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us. And remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Until then, I'm Christine Wiggins with Cullman Today. Have a wonderful day, Cullman.